JRC was just 6 years old here in Shaw Boulevard when I joined the very first kindergarten class under Miss Blanco. And from kindergarten all the way to our 4th year in 1968. That was 11 years. Our batch in 1968, our high school batch in 1968, was the very first that published the very first high school newsletter. It was called The Scroll. It was first published in 1968. Not only that, our batch was also the very first that came out with the annual called Blue and Gold, which is the JRC High School magazine. I was lucky to have 2 loyalty medals here in Jose Rizal College, and I must say those 11 years here in JRC before, did me a lot of good in terms of life skills, getting me ready for the world and for raising a family and building a career. But my educational foundation, my first 11 years, I'm happy to say, was spent here on the grounds, here, the hallowed grounds of JRC, here in Shaw Boulevard, Mandaluyong.
My experience at JRU can be summarized into 1, it being joyful, it's rewarding. It undoubtedly gave me the opportunity and the means to reach my dreams. Having started at JRU as a working student and moved my way up to the current position of Vice President for Administrative Affairs.
Last year, when we celebrated our 50 years of high school, that was the first time I stepped inside JRU again. And to me, it has grown, it has transformed itself, but the buildings, the old buildings that remind you of your high school days and grade school days, there's a kick there in your heart that, okay, so this is JRC where I was, where I spent many good years of my life. And for that, I will always be grateful. I could never forget what JRC has done and contributed to my life.
That was 1950 when JRU moved to Mandaluyong. I became a mayor in 1986. 30 years back, what was Mandaluyong? Mandaluyong was nothing but a laundry town. Mandaluyong was living, I remember, we have more population at nighttime then than at daytime, because at daytime, people of Mandaluyong have to go out to Mandaluyong to look for work outside. And yet, JRU, or then JRC, chose Mandaluyong. They could have chosen San Juan, because San Juan then was noted already, was already famous. They could have moved to Makati or any other towns. But why did they choose Mandaluyong? Diyan mo makikita ang lakas ng foresight ng mga pabelya. Could it be that they know I would be a mayor? One of them alumnus, the foresight is probably because they know Mandaluyong would be what it is now. Because of this, we owe JRU a lot. It was you who made the trailblaze to Mandaluyong. Again, to JRU, in behalf of the people of Mandaluyong, maraming salamat.